Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you for joining us to support Mission Africa. My name is Nelson J, and it's so great to be back as your host and fundraising ambassador today, along with Akuna. And I wanted to let everybody know before we get started that today's event is a fundraiser. And we have some ways to give, and I wanted to just let everybody know about those so that we can all be on the same page. So today, the key is to support Mission Africa and its important programs supporting community right here in the Pacific Northwest and also in Africa. You can give by visiting the website, and that's missionafrica.us, and then click on the donate button, and you'll be following the prompts from there. You can also text to give, and you text MAFRICA to 56512 to donate, and that is MAFRICA, MAFRICA, to 56512. Or you can donate via Venmo or, of course, PayPal. Those are all options. And we have some additional ways to give, and you can also donate via check payable to Mission Africa, or you can mail that to 1020 30th Street Northeast, Auburn, Washington, USA, 98002. For those of you joining us from Nigeria or from Africa, you can donate directly to the Naira Bank via Access Bank, and that's the account name Mission Africa for Health and Education. The account number is on the screen, 001-950-7450. Well, joining us today as co-host and producer extraordinaire, so excited to welcome back our wonderful friend and I believe niece of Akuna and George. Please welcome Akuna.
Hello, everybody, and welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so excited to be with you here today again for another year of celebrating Mission Africa. Now, I'm sure you've seen the flyers and you know that today is an extra special event. Today, we are celebrating 15 years of Mission Africa. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I will say that that's about half of my life. And we are just so grateful to be where we are today. We definitely could not be here without you all. So I made a short little poem that I dedicated to Mission Africa that I just want to recite for you all today. As we come together today to celebrate 15 years, I find it very hard to hold back grateful tears. I could say thank you 15 times, and it wouldn't be enough to cover the gratitude of all of the thousands of lives that we have touched. Together, we have put children through school. You have funded education, and that is beyond cool. Holidays have passed, and we've given thousands of smiles, warm coats, fun toys, provided joy for parents and child. So thank you and welcome. Let's all celebrate the good that we've done for the years and how great it feels. Thank you. All right, so Nelson's gonna come back on and join me, and we're going to go ahead and get started today. I hope you all enjoyed my little poem. You don't always have to rhyme, right, to do a poem. My heart just goes out to Mission Africa and to everybody for joining us today. So here we go.
Akuna, thank you for the poem. I thought it was fantastic.
My pleasure, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, we couldn't do this event without all of you joining us at home, and we certainly couldn't do this without our sponsors. So I would like to acknowledge our event sponsors today. Special thanks to, and I've got a second screen with some information on it. I'll occasionally look over there, but a big thank you to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Friends of Waterfront Seattle, and our friends at Curry Consulting for Change, sponsoring today's event. Thank you so much for your continued support of Mission Africa.
Awesome. And it wouldn't be right if we did not acknowledge our board members. So thank you so much. I see you all in the crowd and we see your beautiful faces here. They started with us in April and they've been doing a wonderful job staying active and keeping everything running here at Mission Africa. So thank you so much to our board members.
Outstanding. We love a board that's engaged and helping guide organizations like Mission Africa. Well, speaking of guiding the flock, please welcome this morning to get us started with prayer, Ana Laura Ballard. Ana Laura was born in Guadalajara, Mexico. She spent most of her childhood in Mexico until her family moved to Texas at age 11. Currently, Ana Laura and her husband, David Ballard, serve as senior associate pastors at Overcomer Covenant Church in Auburn, Washington. They have 3 wonderful daughters. Here for our opening prayer is Pastor Ana Laura Ballard.
Thank you. First, I want to say congratulations for 15 years of an amazing work that you've done. It is my honor to be able to be a part of this and as a church to be able to partner with such an amazing ministry and work. So let's just ask the Lord to be with us this morning. Father, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for what you are doing in our nations, Father. Thank you for being an amazing God that you are. We ask, Lord, that you would be with us this morning, with everyone that's hearing, that is tuned into this event, Father. We ask that they would have your heart for the people of this world, for the children, for the people that are in need, Father. We thank you that you are a great God and that there is no lack with you. So we just invite you to invade our hearts and give us your eyes and your heart. And Lord, that you would match the need that we have in this world, the need that we have in Africa, Father. We just ask, Lord, that you will provide through us, that you would move our hearts for what moves yours, and that you would be a blessing to everybody that is giving today. We ask, Lord, that you would be with the transmission of this event, that nothing will distort the communication, and that all that we do today will bring glory to your kingdom. In Jesus' name, amen.
Well, amen to that. And thank you for prayer, the communications. That is always helpful when conducting a virtual event. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Pastor Ana Laura. Well, we are thrilled to officially start the program with a message from our executive director and founder of Mission Africa. And that is, of course, Ndudi Chukwu.
And right after that, we will hear from our board chairman, who is a wonderful husband of Ndudi, my uncle, George Ifro Chukwu. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Mission Africa's 15th year anniversary fundraiser. My name is Ndudi Chukwu and I'm the executive director of Mission Africa. We are here in Auburn, Washington, where Mission Africa is based. And we just want to thank you for joining us today. There are a lot of people who are joining from all over the world. We have people from the United States, from Nigeria, from Tanzania, from Uganda, even from the United Kingdom. Everybody is welcome and you're in for a special treat today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us again this year for our fundraising. Since our last fundraising, your support has gone a long way in helping Mission Africa achieve its goals and objectives. Even through the COVID-19 event, we were still able to have a successful Smiles at Christmas and Back to School event. Last year at our Smiles at Christmas, we were able to give away 1,700 toys and warm coats to about 700 families. And that was a huge, huge help for Christmas. We have also done a Back to School last August. We gave away about 300 bags filled with school supplies. And finally, we were also able to travel to Nigeria this year, even though we didn't do our normal yearly medical outreach. We were able to meet with our volunteers. We did some trainings, leadership trainings, and we were able to meet also with our students, the students on our scholarship, the 50 of them and their families. We also started what we call PCER. You will hear more about that, And we also started a farm project that you will also see a video of it and more details. And in the last year, we also reconstituted our board. We have a new board now. We thanked our old board members and we have new ones to take us to greater heights.
Well, thank you, Ndudi and George. Always so exciting to hear what Mission Africa is up to. And Akuna, we heard George mention PCER. That's a new acronym to me. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, it is a new acronym to all of us, and I'm so excited to share it with you today. So PCER stands for Post-COVID Economic Recovery. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, it was right around March, and Mission Africa, we were gearing up. We almost had our bags packed, ready to go to Nigeria for our annual medical mission. But of course, our plans changed, just like so many of us had plans changed due to the pandemic, and we had to stay here. During that time, we were asking, what can we do? You know, Mission Africa always strives to do the best that we can and spread good in the world however we can. So our executive director, volunteers, we started volunteering, doing some food outreach. We worked with King County. We did online events. One of the really nice things that we did was called YMPEP, which was a youth marijuana prevention program. And it was all virtual. We did these programs to help children and kids in school assimilate to the online learning. And it was a great way to get involved. Now, since we weren't able to go back to Nigeria, we had to see how we can help people there. And a lot of the small businesses were hit very, very hard. You know, operations shut down, and a lot of people who were depending on that income no longer could operate their business. So what we did is we started a microloan program, and that's what PCER is, Post-COVID Economic Recovery. We chose 15 small business owners, and we talked to them about their business. All of them were devastated and just affected really negatively by COVID. So we did a microloan program. Like I said, we have a wonderful board who is very engaged. We do trainings every other month with these microloan recipients. We're helping them with business strategy, with balance, with the, balance of self-care and being an entrepreneur. And it's just been a wonderful, wonderful program. You also heard our board chairman, not my uncle, talk about our farm project. And with that, that is also a new project that we started. Mission Africa has a farm. One of the things that came to us while we were asking what we can do for the COVID-19 pandemic is food. A lot of people were suffering with food security. And it literally started with a seed in the mind of our executive director, Ndudi, who always imagined of having a Mission Africa farm that we could also use to teach our scholarship students and also grow food for the local communities. So we have been starting that. It is a cassava farm and things are growing. We've gone through the process of the ridging, the harrowing, and all of those things. Today, you're going to hear a lot about what we've been doing. And in the coming months, stay tuned because you'll see it too. I've recently sat down with the PCER loan recipients and we've been talking about their businesses. You'll get to know these people and see that their heart was in their small business and see what your support is doing to help Mission Africa help others. So those are our new programs that we have right now, PCER and the Farming Project. You're only hearing about it now, but stay tuned and you will be seeing those things in real time.
Wow, outstanding, Akuna. So videos coming soon, and we'll send those out via links to the email list of Mission Africa. And that is so exciting, the farm project, and Ndudi, always out front and a visionary in so many ways. So thanks to Ndudi for her vision and to the community for the support, because when you combine vision and support, we can change the world. Well, this is a great opportunity. We're talking about a farm on the other side of the world, and we would love to know where people are tuning in from today. So if you get a chance to just hop on to the chat, and if you look at the bottom of the Zoom panel, there is a chat button. Click on that, and then you can see the chat and go ahead and write your name. Well, we'll know your name because it's going to be in there, but we'd love to know where you're tuning in from today. So I'm in Seattle, and I think Acuna is nearby.
Yes.
Look, we've got Renton, and Acuna and I are going to just take a moment to recognize where some of our folks are tuning in from.
Awesome. We see Linwood, Washington. Tacoma is in the house. Seattle.
Issaquah,
Corona,
Yakima,
California.
and look at that, Nigeria.
Yes.
Corona, California is back. I think they were with us last year.
Awesome. We have Jeffrey from Nigeria. Some more Renton.
Boston. Martin is in California.
Yes, and Washington is representing pretty hard right now. I see Linwood.
Look at that, Acuna.
Issaquah.
Keystone State.
Martin from
Pennsylvania is here.
Uganda. Thank you so much. Martin actually manages our website, and he helps with a lot of tech behind the scenes assistance as
Wow.
well.
Covington, Washington. Linwood, Whidbey Island for a day or a lifetime.
Yes.
There they are.
We have Denise Berry from San Antonio, Texas, a former Mission Africa board member and a dedicated volunteer
Wow.
and supporter. Thank you so much.
That's great. And right there in the foothills of Mount Rainier, Bonnie Lake, Washington is in the house. That's awesome.
Awesome. And we also want to recognize Miss Michelle Stowell. Thank you so much, so much. She was going through some things earlier this year, and she still had Mission Africa on her mind and in her heart. So thank you so much to Michelle.
Absolutely. Michelle is a true warrior for change and support of Mission Africa.
Awesome.
Outstanding. Well, we mentioned our event sponsors earlier, and of course, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Friends of Seattle Waterfront, and Curry Consulting for Change. Thank you so much for supporting this mission.
Yes, and as we go through those sponsors one more time, I also want to recognize some local partner organizations that we have here today. We have Budeka, thank you, Hamza. We have Eunice, who helps with Mission Africa Scholarship Program in Nigeria. We also have Miss Valisa Smith, who was the Mission Africa Volunteer Appreciation Award recipient. And then we have Embracing the Nations in the house. Hello, Reverend Dr. Isaac and Reverend Dr. Gloria. Also Janet Kalonji for First 5 Years and Beyond. And Mission Africa Tanzania is in the house. We have Pamela Oakes of the Profitable Nonprofit. We are so excited to have you all here with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, just curious, Acuna, do we have anybody tuning in with a Zoom party? Do we have more than one person in a window here, in a Zoom window? Anybody watching as a group?
Let's see. Let's see. We're looking at you here. Go ahead, raise your hand if you'd like to be highlighted. We want to see who you all are watching with. We have Eric and Erica here. Michelle, hello. Chima and Ufunanya, hello, everybody.
That's terrific.
You can smile. We see you. We can wave. Hello. Yes, I see some smiles coming out. This is a celebration. This is a celebration. Now, we don't have everything that we need to, we can't hear everyone, but we do have reactions. So if you go at the bottom of your screen, let's give some reactions here. Do we have some claps, some high fives, some celebrations, some cheers? Thank you. Yes, there we go. We see the hearts. We see the celebration. Thank you so much. 15 years of Mission Africa, 15 years. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. All right, so I also want to talk about our scholarship program. This is something that we at Mission Africa have been doing for quite a while. With our scholarship program, it actually follows our students for 6 years, and it pays for all of their schools. That includes backpacks, school supplies. Some of you know there's no level of free education in Nigeria. So when somebody cannot pay for school, they can no longer go. There's no public schooling where we can just walk right in. You have to pay school fees. A lot of times you even have to provide your own desk or school supplies. For just $360, you can sponsor a scholarship student of Mission Africa for a full year. And we'll get to that a little bit more later. But I was able to speak to some of our scholarship, some of our scholarship funders. These people are funding our scholarship students, and we're really, really appreciative of them. If you go on our website, you can see our photo album, and we still have scholarship students that are not sponsored yet. You can actually go and choose. You see some information about our students, the school they go to and such. When we first started the scholarship program, I asked my aunt, I said, I was looking at the ages and the grades, and it didn't really match up from what I was used to seeing. I asked, how can somebody be this old and be in this grade? It doesn't make sense. Did they start school young? Little did I know that I was very naive to think that school was just a continuous thing. As I mentioned before, if the fees are not there to pay for school, then they have to stop attending. So a lot of the time, people will be way older than the grade that they're in because they weren't able to go to school for a continuous amount of time. As I said before, today we are mostly telling, but you are going to start seeing. I spoke to Erica Cherry, who is a board member and she funds a scholarship student. Thank you so much. I also spoke with Eric and Erica Hunter. They are wonderful people that are also funding, education for one of our scholarship students. And finally, I spoke with Debbie Grover. So thank you so much to those three groups. They are funding education. A lot of us believe that education should be available to all, correct? Can I see some reactions for that? We shouldn't have to pay to learn, correct? Well, Mission Africa wants to make education available to all. So thank you so much to those who are sponsoring these children's education. You are changing their lives for the better, and we really appreciate you. So thank you so much for that. All right, so next up, we are going to roll on into our keynote address. This year, our keynote address is by Miss Andrea Foggy Paxton, who is an educator, public speaker, and more. Andrea has a wonderful personality and it just shines through every time that we hear her speak. And we're so excited for her to share with us today. Thank you.
Remember that your real job is that if you are free, you need to free somebody else. If you have some power, then your job is to empower somebody else. Let us take a moment and sit with Toni Morrison's words and reflect on the freedom and power that you and I individually and collectively possess. Ms. Morrison was telling her students to never stray from the greater good, the common good, and how by honoring our own intricacies, as she so relentlessly honors the intricacies of her characters, we might, in these uncertain times, bring about a gentler world. Greetings. I'm Andrea Foggy Paxton, entrepreneur in residence with Education Leaders of Color. As I reflect and look behind me, I see my family and ancestors who have prepared me for a lifetime of service and giving. I imagine that my grandfathers, Major Love and Booker Foggy, whose formal education didn't extend beyond first and second grades, see me and confronted that I am their wildest dreams actualized. Freedom is a condition in which people have the opportunity to speak, act, and pursue happiness without unnecessary external restrictions. I realize that the opportunity to complete your high school diploma and go on to college is a great pathway to freedom. My grandfathers did not have an opportunity to go to school beyond the first and second grades. Their freedom came with hard work and the use of their hands to provide for their families. There were many individuals who supported these men and gave them the skills needed to be free themselves and ultimately their families from poverty and the oppression in the South. We all have an opportunity to give and provide much needed freedom for families in Washington State to Africa. Mission Africa has committed to education, healthcare, and poverty alleviation, which is much needed in our world that is still stricken with inequities. I want to share a secret. I feel the sense of dread when the power goes out. The loss of electricity for any length of time can be unnerving and stressful. This happened during our work and learning from home over the past year. There was a collective panic throughout the house. Yet we know the power will come back, and it's a temporary issue. The lights come on, and there is a sense of relief. For any child and their family who receives the support they need to attend school, thrive, and be healthy, the idea that the lights will come on is extremely important. The gift of giving provides hope and inspiration for those who may have limited resources, and hence freedom to pursue their desired paths. Your giving and sustained engagement is the light we anticipate will come on. I was a 5-year-old child when my urge to give was ignited. Little did I know that these weekly offerings on Sunday morning would prepare me for a lifetime of giving. I know that as ordained ministers, both a choral and in duty, are well acquainted with how providing opportunities and resources to those in need are essential for a better life, especially one that is spiritually, soulfully, and physically sustaining. Mission Africa's vision to change lives, one village at a time, by empowering families in Washington State and villages in Africa through education, healthcare, and poverty alleviation, is inspiring and freedom creating. In my years of philanthropy, I found that long-term effects of this work heal the past of our ancestors and prepares the path for the future. When we alleviate the burdens of systemic patterns that exacerbate poverty, we provide hope. When we heal the educational blocks, we strengthen the youth's dreams and thus the future. When we provide healthcare access, we increase the overall quality of life and reduce the likelihood of untimely death. Every young person should have the opportunity to fulfill their potential. And through these initiatives, Mission Africa ensures that this becomes true. We have to look towards tomorrow to realize we aren't very far from the future. This means that every day is an opportunity for a better tomorrow. Every day is an opportunity to build and rebuild systems that will empower people to change their lives for the better. I want to close out by reflecting on the freedom and power of us as individuals. I want us to consider whether we are exhausting that freedom to its most extraordinary proportions. Lastly, I want us to envision a space where we all come together to collect and share our freedom and power. Simply imagine the energy encapsulated in that. I cannot tell you what freedom means to each of you, even if we know it may be derived from education, healthcare, or poverty alleviation. Still, in every moment, find the courage to go looking for that freedom. And when you find it, remember to free others. You can do that today by contributing to Mission Africa.
Well, thank you, Andrea. And that is so well put, friends. We have the freedom and the power to change lives today, right here, right now. Well, I'm excited that we are at the point in the show where we have a chance to make a meaningful difference to Mission Africa and the important work that all the volunteers are doing. So here's the challenge, friends. Our goal today is 100% participation. So no matter what level you give at today, please consider giving. And we talked a little bit earlier about those ways to give, but I'm going to go through those one more time just to make sure everybody knows how to support Mission Africa. So on the screen, you can see that the most direct way is to visit the missionafrica.us website. Go to the donate button and follow the prompts from there. So that's missionafrica.us. You can also text to give, and that's texting MAFRICA, MAFRICA, to 56512 to donate. You can donate via Venmo, or you can donate via PayPal. So those are 4 easy ways to support Mission Africa. And also in the chat, you can see the prompts. If there's a preferred giving method, you can just click on that link and make your gift right there. Also, friends, always open to accepting checks right there at the global headquarters for Mission Africa, right there in Auburn, Washington. The address is on your screen. Or you can donate Naira via Access Bank, and that account name, of course, Mission Africa for Health and Education. The account number is 00195074550. Also, gifts of donor advised funds, gifts of stock, matching funds, you can reach directly out to Mission Africa and they can help you with those. Well, so excited to get to this point, and officially today, friends, we're going to start at the $2,500 giving level. And remember, our goal, friends, is 100% participation. And Andrea talked about that freedom and the power that we have. Well, we have that freedom and power right now to help students and all the programs that Mission Africa supports. So at the $2,500 level, I'm so excited to announce that we have support from our friends at the MJF Foundation. And we're going to ask you today it's a two-step process. Step one is to celebrate Mission Africa by putting the amount that you would like to commit to donating right into the chat. And we'd love to be able to give you a shout out. We have some pre-committed gifts. So thanks to our friends at MJF Foundation for that $2,500 gift. And if you'd like to join the MJF Foundation, now's the time to make that gift. Just type 2,500 into that chat and your name will be on the screen and we can give you a shout out. And remember, friends, any amount at any time, you do not have to give at the level I'm talking about right now. You can give at any level. And we have a little thermometer on the screen and that shows where we're at. And look at those gifts are coming in real time. We have a lofty goal today, a goal of $50,000. And we're about halfway there through our sponsorship and our pre-committed gifts. Our giving level is right around the $21,000 to $24,000 mark. So excited. And here come those gifts in the screen right now. So Joshua, thank you for that $100. And Akuna, if you want to give shout outs to folks as you see these matching gifts coming in and the gifts in the chat, feel free to weigh in and give a shout out at that $2,500 level or any giving level.
Yes, thank you all so much for giving. We see them rolling in here. We really appreciate you. Some people that were not able to make it today actually pre-gave. So thank you so much to our sponsors, Sandra Mowry, Kent and Michelle Curry, Lisa Verhoevic, Valisa Smith, Laura Lee Thompson, Stan Emmert. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate it. Every cent goes towards Mission Africa's programs, education, healthcare, poverty alleviation, and our new programs, that farm project, which will help not only teach children how to farm, but also provide food for local communities. So thank you so much for that.
Akuna, super exciting news. Just in at the $1,000 level, which is our next giving level. So if 2,500 is a level that was just out of reach for you, then perhaps the $1,000 level is the level that works for you. But I'm super excited to announce that we have a gift from Mark Washington. And a big shout out to Mark for that $1,000 donation. That came in directly to Executive Director and Duty right before the program. So Mark, thank you for that gift. And if you'd like to join Mark at that $1,000 level, now's the time to make that gift. And additional giving levels include the $500 giving level. So if you can give at the $500 level, such an important giving level, it helps support the Smiles at Christmas programs and the backpacks for the students. And we've got the food insecurity and so many other needs here at Mission Africa. So that $500 level, always important. And we have so many giving levels today. Look at that. Thank you, Pam Oakes, in at that $500 giving level, and Martin and Aaron in at the $100 level. Thank you for that. And I saw Eric and Erica earlier. So thank you for your gifts. Those are outstanding. And we've got a special giving level. Akuna, tell us about that.
All right, so we have our scholarship student level. And this one we touched on a little bit earlier with our scholarship students. The scholarship follows them for 6 years and is the total cost of school. So I wasn't a really big fan of math when I was in school. So I really like this level because it's pretty easy to break down. 365 days in a year and $360 to fund a scholarship student education for a whole year. So that's less than $1 a day. I used to be really hooked on coffee. That was my thing. I had to have my coffee in the morning. Like, don't even talk to me unless I already had a sip at least. But that's something that we can give up. Even 1 week, because I know Starbucks here in Seattle, that's the one. A little pricey for that coffee, but think about the price of education. That is non-comparable at all. So $360, and you can go on our website and see our scholarship students there. And you can choose a student that you want to sponsor. You can do it for a whole year. You can do it for 6 years if you feel up to it. but these are students in need of education. A lot of them have one or even two parents out of the household or a lot of siblings, and we can make a difference in their lives today. So thank you. $360 to fund a whole year of education for one of our scholarship students.
That's right. And Akuna, I think people could give or they could support more than one student, correct?
Yeah, they
They're not
certainly
limited.
can. That's correct.
Yeah,
And
that's
not
great.
only can you support more than one student, you can also join others in supporting. If you have a friend that you want to do this with, or you're married, that's 50 cents a day. How about that? 50 cents a day, and you can fund an education for one scholarship student.
That's right. And Akuna, I've got some more names to read here. The pre-committed gifts that came in are so extensive that we want to make sure to capture everybody. Big thanks to, I think you mentioned Valissa Smith, but also Laura Lee Thompson is in. Thank you, Laura Lee. And Stam Emmert. Connie Fischel is also in. And Nkeru Duze is in. Thank you, Nkeru. Kalu Ikpa, Shari Koistra is in, and Nana Ikpa also in. And also here, this is my favorite name to say. Please, I'm apologizing ahead of time, but Nino Spampinato is in. Thank you, Nino. Linda Avery also in with a gift of $100. Thank you, Linda. Brianna Dusselt, Isato Sula, Wolf Gothenburg, and so many others. If we've missed you, and look at those gifts. Ashley, we see you. Thank you for that. That's outstanding.
Awesome.
And wow, Akuna, look at that.
Yeah.
From Ashinga's iPhone.
And our
Wow.
thermometer is going up quite slow because you all are donating so fast, we can barely keep up. But if you see at
Wow.
the bottom, you can actually text to give, and you can actually pledge yourself and make our thermometer go up as well.
That's right. And just to clarify, so a big shout out to Basinga's iPhone for the $1,000 plus matching. So that could be $2,000, or if they're at the Gates Foundation, could be $3,000 to Mission Africa.
Amazing,
So that-
Pauline. Thank you so much. So we actually,
Yeah, that's
yes, Gates Foundation, we did a special lunch at the Gates Foundation, and he was so gracious to offer his time and give us a nice tour. This, of course, was back when we could meet in person, but we feel the energy through the screen. Thank you so much for that.
absolutely. So remember, friends, if you do have access to matching funds, or you want to give in another way, just reach out and connect directly to Mission Africa, and they can help work through that. But these scholarships, it's so important because we're empowering students and we're changing the trajectory of their future and of their lives. So just $360 makes that difference. And remember, Akuna talked about this earlier, every dollar is crucial to Mission Africa. So the $250 giving level is a level that may work for you. If 360 is just out of reach, maybe 250 works. And you combine that with a couple of those gifts, and you will be helping support a student, sponsoring part of a student's year, and somebody else can come in. And those ways to give, again, are on the screen. So whether it's $250, $100, $50, $25, Akuna, every dollar is put to great work here at Mission Africa. Isn't that right?
Correct. That is very correct. Every single dollar. I actually am setting up recurring donations. I know that it's happened with bills. If I don't put them on auto pay, sometimes I'll forget. And that's not really a good thing. So we actually have the option of doing recurring donations. So definitely set that up if you're like me and you might forget. You can set it up. $5 a month will equal, let's see, I told you all I wasn't good at math, $60. So that's how I have mine set up. I just do it as recurring. That way I don't have to remember to go back and do so.
Yeah, so $60 a year, that can make a difference. It's all important. So thank you for those gifts. And remember, friends, if you know somebody who wasn't able to join us, whether they could give $250 or $100 or $50, any amount is important, but feel free to share this link and share the program with them so that we can tell even more people about the important work that Mission Africa is doing on behalf of students and people challenged by food insecurity and so many other issues that Mission Africa supports. So share this link, and people can come on alongside all of us and all of you on the call today can help support the great work that Mission Africa is doing. Well, on the screen, you see $250. $100 is also a level that works. We're going to zip right through these giving levels. So whatever level you give at today, the key thing is to simply give. Drop that name into the text, chat rather. Thank you, Ingram. We see you there. And this is a two-step process. So when you formalize the gift by giving at one of those ways to give that was on the screen, so you either need to text or visit the website, but we just want to give you a little celebration and a shout out in the chat. So if you would like that celebration and that adulation, then that's the place to make that pledge. And then you go ahead and formalize that through one of the ways to give that we talked about earlier. Well, friends, so exciting. We'll have an update for you on our giving as we get a little bit further into the show. And if we don't get to it today, we will send out an update on how that works. And remember, you can give to Mission Africa at any time. You can give, you might wake up tomorrow and say, you know, I love Mission Africa. I'd like to give again. So Dr. Queen, thank you for that gift of $100. That's just outstanding. Those ways to give on the screen, missionafrica.us. Click on the donate button, text MAFRICA to 56512. You can donate via Venmo, donate via PayPal, and those links and addresses are earlier in the chat, and we'll drop those in again. Esther, thank you for that very generous gift, and we are so appreciative of your support of Mission Africa. Well, there are a lot of people that make Mission Africa go, and the giving window continues to be open. But to tell you a little bit more about that, here's Akuna.
Yes, awesome. So again, I just want to thank you all. I cannot stress enough how much Mission Africa cares about our supporters. We literally could not make it here to 15 years if it weren't for people like you. So I want everybody to give yourselves a round of applause and a high five to Nelson. Uh-oh.
Oh, hey, here, high five.
There we go. We got
Virtual
it.
high five.
Awesome. Virtual high five. Awesome. So thank you all so much. Hello, Leanne. Hello to everybody that is here. We still have some special recognition. I know we're getting close to our time, but I just wanted to make sure that I also recognize Mission Africa Tanzania. We have Dr. Regina Kapinga here. Thank you so much to Leanne Moss. And we have Martins of the Safe Aid Foundation. We work with them for Women's Menstrual Health Month every year. Just wonderful people that we have partnered with. We're so grateful to you. Different groups like Expressions of Love that helps with Mission Africa's Smiles at Christmas program. We have friends and family in the audience all over the world. Unique Women's Prayer Group. Apawas group, when we had our in-person events, they would come and do a special dance for us. So hello to all of my aunties that are here. We have a lot of people that are alumni and current employees of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, a lot of members of Overcomer Covenant Church. So thank you. Now, as you know, Mission Africa is a volunteer-based organization. So when you see us out there serving all of these people and providing all of these great services, most of the time people are volunteering their time, and we could not do what we do without our volunteers. So it wouldn't be right if we celebrated our 15th year anniversary without hearing from them. So it is best heard from them. Let's go ahead and talk about what it's like to volunteer for Mission Africa.
Everything we kept hearing was, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe this is so much food. And it was genuine. They were genuinely appreciative, and it felt so good. I just can't describe how good it felt to provide that kind of service.
I remember it was so crowded. I couldn't believe how many people were coming and were there. I just remember how many families there were and how happy the kids were, and they were smiling and yelling and couldn't wait to get popcorn and cotton candy. It was a lot of fun.
There was this bond between people who had volunteered before, You know, they acted like they knew each other from, you know, somewhere. And it was strange to find out that they all met, you know, right there in Mission Africa. My very first experience, you know, made me want to come back.
It was beyond magical. When you think of energy, it can be a good experience or not a good experience, but in essence, what you're feeling is emotion.
That is definitely a passion. And so helping Mission Africa and giving to them over these last several years has been a blessing, and I'll continue to do so.
It always warms your heart to see the kids smiling and the parents grateful, and thank you guys for having this event and helping us, because you know, sometimes, you know, people fall in hard times.
So just being in the midst of that type of energy was mind-blowing for me, and just very exciting and very humbling at the same time.
I'm sure the parents felt like I felt when I got that very first backpack and needed help. It was a gift and at a time that was needed. And so what I love is that she can be my feet in another country where I can't travel, but she can. So I love helping to volunteer with Mission Africa, getting supplies together, finances, whatever it is, because Mission Africa can go where I can't.
It was a very long drive to that location. So you can imagine how many times do they see people in this crowd, you know, come to their locality to do things for them. So they were excited. So I saw the joy on their face, and I think that was something, you know, I couldn't forget. I saw how the children, I think they told them we were coming that day, and they came out of their house to dance for us. You know, it was quite funny. You could see that they weren't prepared, but it looks like something they just rehearsed that day.
There's just unity, harmony, and oneness of heart. And it binds us together, and we're stronger together.
Well, Akuna, why don't you bring us to the finish line today? And of course, we're never really finished. The mission continues, the need continues, and of course, the giving can continue. But I know we have so many wrap-up messages for our guests that we want to make sure we get those in before we are at the end of our time together.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for your incredible support too. Before I sign off officially, just thank you. And it's so wonderful to see you and your support and your love of Mission Africa in the chat and in the screen. It's just great to be here.
Right.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. And as you just heard from our volunteers, not only is the support that we give to people life-changing, but volunteering is life-changing as well. I conducted these interviews and I had a very hard time not crying. I did cry, but you won't get to see that. It was just a very emotional thing. It means a lot to the people that are giving and to the people that are receiving, and we are so appreciative. So thank you so much to everybody for joining us here today. We really appreciate your support. As I said, you heard a lot today, and you will start to see it. Mission Africa is 15 years old now, and we see that you love to see where your support goes. So you'll be hearing from our former scholarship students, you'll be hearing from more volunteers, full-on stories that tell a full picture of Mission Africa and just how far your support goes. You can give here, as someone was saying in the volunteer video, and it stretches all around the globe. So we are going to go ahead and close out. Thank you so much for bearing with us. I know that we are a little bit over time, but we appreciate you. Please stay on after this. We'll have some time for networking and mingling, and we will definitely provide an update on the donations. We're having a hard time keeping up. So thank you so much to everybody who has given today. Your presence is a gift in itself. Also, thank you to behind the scenes. We have Dee with the technical assistance. So thank you so much. Thank you to our founders of Mission Africa, Ndudi and George Chukwu. We really appreciate you. So we're going to go ahead and close out with the message from our board. Thank you so much, and you all have a wonderful rest of your day.
On behalf of Mission Africa's board, thank you so much for being here with us today and for continuing to support us along this journey. And we continue to, alongside yourselves, look forward to an exciting 2022. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We promised you we're going to have fun, and I'm sure you did. We appreciate all the donations. We appreciate our volunteers. We appreciate our supporters. Every one of you who have joined us today, you joined because you love Mission Africa. And we literally cannot do what we do without your support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Together, we're indeed changing lives, one person at a time, one family at a time, and one village at a time. May God bless you and reward you for your continued support. Thank you, and see you again next year.